welcome back to my channel. This video is gonna be a really fun one. We're gonna be doing a fall decorate with me, but I'm gonna put my own little spin on it. So basically the plan is today we're gonna do shopping for some fall decor. I'm not gonna go crazy just because we are still getting settled into our home. But like for example, we have those built-in shelves in our living room that I'm gonna need to style from scratch just because I don't have anything for those already. And so I'm thinking that could be a fun spot to sort of rotate seasonal decor through. So probably have some things there that are just there year round, but then also kind of rotate through little decor pieces for the different seasons. And so I'm gonna be shopping with that little corner in mind, and then also just see what else we find. And so that's today. And then tomorrow we'll go through everything we got, and then we'll actually decorate, which I'm so excited for. And we'll set the tone, maybe bake like the first pumpkin bread loaf of the season. And then once we've got everything decorated and it's all nice and cozy for fall, I thought it would be fun to do a fall themed Bible study. And I was actually in my Bible reading this morning, came across just this crazy cool nugget that actually is really fitting when it comes to talking about just seasons and change and entering into a new season. And so I thought we'd do a little Bible study on that. And so that is the plan. I already stopped and got my pumpkin cream cold brew. Very basic, I know. I haven't really been doing like regular coffee this pregnancy. I've been sticking to matcha or decaf just to stay like way below the caffeine limit and everything. But I did get a regular one this morning. I probably won't drink the whole thing just because I didn't sleep well last night. And I looked it up, and this is still, I think, about 50 to 30 grams below the like recommended caffeine milligram intake per day. But I did post on Instagram, and I got a lot of good recommendations from a lot of you sharing ways to sort of make this drink decaf. And so the one that I did try already was getting like an iced decaf Americano with the pumpkin cream on top, which was pretty good, a little watery. So there's a couple other alternatives I want to try, but I'm looking forward to enjoying this. In fact, let's do a little first sip. That is so good. Honestly, the whole reason you get it is for the pumpkin cream on top. But it was really cute too. The drive-through Starbucks had a little sign there. It had a little sort of riddle for fall. I'll insert the little riddle right here on screen, and let's see if you can guess what the answer is down in the comments, and then I'll come back and give the answer maybe after we do our shopping or something. But our plan is to do, let's see, I put it in order of what made sense geographically. I think we're gonna do Hobby Lobby first, or no, Home Goods first, then Hobby Lobby, then Target, then World Market. And so we're just gonna see what all those places have to offer. I'm honestly just excited to look too, even if I don't get a ton. And we'll see how brave I am about bringing my camera in to get some clips so that I can show you what we find too. But let's get to it. I just have to say, literally just driving around this morning, even just quick little drives in between these different home stores, I've been listening to worship music, and I just feel so filled. Like my heart literally feels so full just listening to worship music, driving around, talking to God, and reminding my heart of the truths about God that these worship songs proclaim. And I feel like I used to listen to more worship music or like sermons and stuff when I had a commute to work, so it was like 30-40 minutes. But for the past 2.5 years of working at home, I haven't as much. And so I feel like typically when I'm in the car, I'm like listening to a podcast or something, or not listening to anything, or have a YouTube video playing that I'm listening to. And just like making that little swap this morning of listening to worship music, it has again so filled me. And so I just wanted to encourage you with that, of like, if you feel far or distant from God, where are little pockets of your day that you can make those little tiny swaps that are just going to align your heart with His, reorient your focus on Him. And yeah, I feel like they're so simple, but they can make a huge difference. And so just wanted to share that. Oh, also, I told you that I was gonna share the answer to the riddle. So the riddle was, what do leaves say before they fall? And the answer is, are you ready? Rake me up when September ends. But well done, Starbucks. I thought that was really cute that you had that, and I love me a good pun, so. All right, it is time for a little decor haul. I think this is the first haul I've done on my channel, maybe, who knows? But we got in the festive mood. I put on this dress that's got just this really pretty fall print and fall colors. I got it from Pink Blush Maternity and I seriously just love the way it fits and I just love a good dress. But we're gonna talk through all the things that we picked out. So sort of my, strategy was to just pick things that I thought would work for it. But if there was like an item where maybe I was between two on something and couldn't decide, I just decided to grab both so I could see what worked better in this space. And then I kept receipts so I can return whatever I don't keep because that was just easier than, getting back and wishing I had gotten the other one. And so I'm gonna talk you through what we have. May not keep everything, we'll see what we end up using, but let's just go for it. So the first thing, or the first store was Home Goods. And the first thing I got, the first thing I saw, I could not resist, was this cute little pumpkin mug. How adorable is that? It's kind of got these little speckles too. And so I think we can maybe use this later when we do our little Bible study. We can put some sort of cozy drink in here and enjoy it with the pumpkin bread. But I feel like I'll use this all throughout the season, and so that's the first thing. The second thing, I love this. I think it's so cute. It's also another little speckled sort of ceramic pumpkin. We're gonna be seeing a lot of pumpkins in this video. And it's actually a cookie jar, so I don't think it can be put in the oven or anything like that. And I'm thinking it can either be used somewhere for decor on the styled shelves, but probably the kitchen just to add like a little splash of fall in there. The nice thing about my Home Goods stop is I actually had a gift card there, or like a gift receipt or whatever for having returned stuff like a year ago. And so all of this was maybe like $24, $25, but I spent $2 on it. And so I was a little bit torn on this just because I'm like, I don't know if it's necessary, will I actually use it? But it was literally $2 between this and the pumpkin or the mug, so we'll see what we can do with that. Next store was Hobby Lobby, and so some of this isn't just, fall stuff, but just stuff we needed. And so this was a little tray for our coffee table. It's pretty small. It was the perfect size though, because our coffee table, which I don't think I've showed you yet, it just got in, is pretty small to fit our living room space. And so I wanted something that wouldn't take up the whole coffee table, and this goes with the vibe. So we're gonna test that out. Also, Hobby Lobby was having a sale, so a lot of this stuff, aside from what I'm about to show you, is actually like 50% off. But all their fall decor right now, at least when I was shopping, was 50% off, so definitely check that out. The next thing is dried florals. This was the one thing, like I said, that wasn't 50% off, but I got kind of like dried florals, and they're sort of autumny colors, but honestly, I will have this out year round. And so I wanted something neutrally that would kind of go with this space. And so I got a couple different little bouquets. One of them is coming out. Again, I'm not sure how much of this I'll actually need or use, so definitely keeping the receipts, but how pretty is that color? Definitely gonna keep the receipts, and if I don't use it all, I'll return some. Let me just show you the rest of the dried florals, and then I'll show you the vision for the dried florals. More of these ones. Can you tell these were my favorite? And then these are fun little, these ones aren't dried, but I think they're like the paper ones, which I think are super cute. And so got those, and then these, and I'm realizing I should probably keep these all in the bag because they're shedding. But the vision for these, so I've got a bunch of these little bud vases. I think I have 3 different sets of 3 of them, and these were actually little bud vases from our wedding. So the florist did like, I don't know how many of these on each table with little flower arrangements in them. And I gave a lot of them to my friend Tiff because she's getting married in November, but I did hang on to a few just for styling. And I think they're really cute, kind of staggered like this in the different heights. And so I wanted some dried florals to fill those. I have 2 sets of them that I'm thinking I'll use on the styled shelves, and then one in sort of like the open shelving in the kitchen. And then I also wanted some more to fill out, there's our coffee table, the little vase thing that we have over there. Now you've seen our coffee table. And so that's the plan for those. And again, these are things I'll use year round, because if you've seen some of my other decor, you know that I like the dried florals, but it also goes with like the fall tones. So I think that was it for the, one more thing in this bag. A little pumpkin. Can you tell I like the wood and just the naturals? We did get a little bit of color too, but here's a little pumpkin from Hobby Lobby, and that was 50% off as well. So I think it was like maybe $9. Next up, we've got another Hobby Lobby bag. So I saw these and I thought they were really cute, and to be honest, I don't know how they'll actually like go with everything on the styled shelf. But once again, I grabbed them, and if I need to return them, I can. These were also 50% off, even though they're not technically fall decor. But I thought these could be really cute for the styled shelf, just for like a year-round decor piece. And they're kind of neutral, but they also kind of bring in a little bit of the gray tones of our couch. And so I just thought those were cute. We'll see how those work. Hobby Lobby, last thing I got there is this mirror, which is heavy, so I'm not gonna lift it. Tyler will help me with that. But this is a really pretty arched mirror that I think could go good on the top one of the living room styled shelves. I'm looking at them right now. It's honestly so high that you're not gonna be able to like really see in the mirror, but I'm envisioning it in my head and I think it'll look cute, and so we'll decide on that. Again, receipts have been kept. But that is Hobby Lobby. What's next? Next up is Target. So Target, surprisingly, was pretty picked over in terms of fall stuff, but it was also my third stop, so I feel like I didn't need a ton more. And I was shopping like mid-September, so by the time you're watching this towards the end of September, who knows how much will be left, but they also might restock. But people get on it quickly with the fall shopping, I guess. And so there I got these two little ceramic pumpkins. We got a little of that orangey color in there, and then this one is ceramic, and I like that these also kind of have a slight speckling if you look really close. But how cute are these? And so those will probably go somewhere on the styled shelves. But I did get probably more pumpkins than I'm gonna keep, and so we'll see which ones I like the best. But that was Target. Oh, also Target pillows. We're gonna add a little bit of warmth into the couch. I've pretty much had those same pillows there since I got the couch when Anna and I moved into the last apartment, which was like December of 2020. And so I'm excited to get some new pillows thrown in there, and I think I might do this with like Christmas too, kind of have some like accent colors in there. And so I only got 3, and I think I'm gonna kind of work it in to see how they work with our existing ones. Maybe remove some of the existing ones for the season, but this one's got that same kind of rust color, and it's just a really pretty linen texture. I just love these so much. And then the big guy over here. Here is this one. It just takes up the whole screen, but it's got kind of this geometric pattern with like the tans, the creams, and this really pretty, I just really love this color, especially for this time of year, that rusty orange color. And so that I think was it for Target. I feel like I got more. Oh, I did get at Target, let me go grab them. I did get 9 of these frames. It's just a natural wood frame with the canvas, I think it's called right here, or the matting, whatever it's called. But this is for the gallery wall in sort of like in between our living room and kitchen. I'll show you. And so I want to do like 3 rows of 3, 9 photos. And I think Tyler might work on getting them hung today, but I'm not gonna worry about getting all the photos yet, because my vision for this is to have like, I'm thinking black and white photos in here, maybe color, but I think I'm leaning towards black and white. But I wanna have like some photos from when we got engaged, some from the wedding, some of like our announcement photos, then also some of baby once baby is here. And so I might print some of the like ones that we already have right now, but I wanna also leave spots for baby. But that's the vision for those. And so I also got that from Target, 9 of those. I was like, oh, is this like the cheapest place to get it? But I was looking on Amazon, and the only thing I could find cheaper than the ones at Target, these ones I think were like $11 a frame, which is definitely still, you know, it adds up. But the only ones I could find cheaper were like a set of them on Amazon, and it was maybe like $2 or $3 cheaper per frame, which is a good, and it's significant and it adds up. But the quality just didn't look great, and so I stuck with these from Target. I'm gonna try to link everything I can down in the description if you have questions about it. But that was all for Target, and the last stop was World Market. And we got a couple more, can you guess, pumpkins. This one is really cute. To be honest though, I didn't realize it was like $30. This one was a little pricey, and I didn't quite realize that until I got to the cash register. And so we'll see if we keep it or not, or if I end up liking some of the others better. I feel like, of course, this is gonna be the one that I like. But here's a little pumpkin guy. It's just like a little knit. And then another sort of rattan pumpkin. I figured this can kind of offset our other little guy, but give some variety. And then I got some of these. These are again like paper flowers, but I thought these could be pretty to pop into the dried florals, maybe like one in each little arrangement or set of vases to give that pop of our orange color to kind of go with these. It's a little bit of a different tone, but we're gonna try it out and see what we like. So one last thing are these little kitchen towels. So my mom a while ago got me a set of like towels for all the different holidays, and these are the fall ones in there. And so I'm not doing much in terms of decor when it comes to the kitchen, but I figure we'll throw these on the little stove rack to have a little touch of fall in there. I'm first gonna bake the pumpkin bread and get that in the oven so we can get the aromas going, and so that can bake and set while we're decorating. And so let's get to the pumpkin bread, and then we'll cue a cute little decorating montage. Okay, so we're keeping it pretty simple for the pumpkin bread. This is just the boxed Trader Joe's mix, but this stuff is so good. And then of course we're gonna be adding in some dark chocolate chips. Alright, so here's what we've got so far. I love how this one turned out here for the coffee table. And then these three are for the little open shelving in the kitchen. I wanted to keep these more of something like that I would keep up year round rather than adding in like the little orange palms. I'm gonna save those for the shelves over there, but I'm definitely no florist, but I really like how these turned out and I think they're super cute. Kind of just grabbed a little bit of each of these. I wasn't sure if I was gonna use this pile, but I think it adds a little something because it has like these little guys here and then the little wheat looking things. So those will go in the kitchen, and then I'll show you what we do for those ones for the shelves. So here's what we came up with the little bud vases for these living room shelves. I've got 2 sets of them. I like this little palm that this guy adds and just the dried floral tones. I think my favorite is definitely still this little one here for the coffee table. It's just so cute. I love it. And then I love though that they all have kind of their own different look, like the white ones in the kitchen, these ones here, and then yeah, this one over here. And then Tyler just finished hanging up this gallery wall, which I'm so excited about. It looks so good. You did such a good job, babe. I also was able to get enough with just the other 2 packets, so I'm gonna return these to Hobby Lobby and on to the rest of the decorating. Grab one of the, I have 2 in the bedroom on the other. Do you think I need them on both sides of those books on that shelf? The little bookend things.
I like it, but I don't love it. Do you love it?
I don't know if I love it, but I don't know what else to put up there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that might feel too cluttered.
Or remove all the books that are in here to up here.
S for feeling cluttered. Oh gosh. Should we just let it sit up there for a little bit to test it out, or to?
I don't like the idea of just having it sit up there freely.
Yeah. Here's what we ended up with. I feel like with styled shelves, there's always kind of like, you get them that way and then you kind of play around with them and they end up getting tweaked over time. But I think at least for now we're good. So let's kind of walk you through what we have. We've got our little dried floral things over here. These are the vases I got from Hobby Lobby. Definitely gonna keep those, I really like them. And then here is my study Bible. And this is a really pretty study Bible from Hosanna Revival that we used as our guest book at our wedding. And so that's fun to have on display and out. And then we've got our little pumpkins. I can't remember if this was the Target one or Hobby Lobby, but this is from Target. And then a black picture frame to kind of tie in like our black accents from the room, but we need to fill in both of these. And then just a couple books that, you know, worked with the aesthetic and that we both really like. More dried florals, another picture frame, either Target or Hobby Lobby, whichever one the other one was not. And then this was the little Target guy. These are really cool books from the Daily Grace Co. They've got the Bible handbook, theology handbook, and the Bible themes handbook. And so each of these kind of just walk you through different things in the Bible, like different themes that we see all throughout scripture, theology, and then this one goes through like all the different books of the Bible. And so one, they're beautiful, and two, they're super resourceful. I have them linked down below if you want to check them out, but that is the shelf. Oh, and I need to get the little like bookend things so those stand up, but just praying they don't fall over right now. And then up here we have the mirror. So I don't know what to think because obviously you can't see out of it, but I do kind of like the way it looks decoratively up there, but neither of us love it. So I think we're going to keep it wrapped with the tags on for now and maybe leave it up there for a minute to see if it grows on us. But I don't really know what else we'd put up there. So if you have any ideas of something else that might work better there, leave them in the comments, or if you think that looks good, let me know. I'll give you a little pan of the whole situation. We also didn't end up keeping, or we're not gonna end up keeping this little guy. I'm gonna return him just because I felt like we had a lot of pumpkins and the other ones kind of had a more symmetrical feel with like the rattan and then the ceramic. And this one just was a little out of place, plus it was pricey. So we're gonna return it. So my pumpkin bread kind of crumbled a little bit, but I don't know why that always happens. It seems to me, but it's probably gonna taste just as good. Let's give it a taste. Tastes like fall. So now for the little fall themed Bible study we talked about. So the other day I was reading in Genesis chapter 8, and this is after the flood, and God has basically preserved Noah and his family, but wiped out the rest of the earth because of just the wickedness. And now the flood has dried up, and this is the context of this. It is God making a covenant with Noah. And so I'm gonna start reading in chapter 8, verse 20. It says, "Then Noah built an altar to the Lord and took some of every clean animal and some of every clean bird and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And when the Lord smelled the pleasing aroma, the Lord said in his heart, I will never again curse the ground because of man, for the intention of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I ever strike down every living creature as I have done. While the earth remains, seedtime and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall not cease." And I feel like I grew up hearing this story about Noah, and I heard about that promise that God makes right here of basically saying he will never wipe out the earth again, and that promise is symbolized with a rainbow. But what I hadn't really caught before until reading through this passage in more of like my adult years was that final verse, verse 22, that says, "While the earth remains, seedtime and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall not cease." And so it was right here that actually seasons on the earth were established, that there was going to be a time for sowing the seeds, a time for harvest, a time for cold, heat, summer, winter, day, and night. And essentially the promise made here is that everything shall come in seasons. And one of the implications of this is that no season lasts forever. I feel like we all have our seasons that are our favorite seasons, both, you know, literally in terms of the seasons of the year and also figuratively. For seasons of the year, fall is my absolute favorite. I love just the coziness of sweaters and warm drinks and rain, which we'll see how much rain we get down here in San Diego. But I just love fall, the crunchy leaves, everything that comes with it. And that's the time I look forward to all year. Not only do I love the season in and of itself, but it's also my birthday month, Tyler's birthday birthday month, now our anniversary, and when our little baby is gonna be getting here. And I just feel like there's so much magic this time of year. But even though that's my favorite season, there is good in all the other seasons. I can appreciate the, flowers that come in the spring, and I love that. I love all the activities that come with the summer. I love the cooler, temperatures of the winter and all of that, and the snow, getting to go and visit the snow because it doesn't really happen here in California. But the encouragement I think we can find in this passage is this, that whether the season you're in right now is your favorite, whether it's your quote-unquote fall that you look forward to and you're just loving it, or whether it's a season that maybe you just wish would end and you've been praying and waiting for change, the encouragement we find here is that no season shall last forever. God has established these rhythms on the earth, and I believe also in our lives, where he brings us through different seasons, and some of them are going to be our favorites, some of them are not, but no season lasts forever, and more importantly, every single season has a purpose. In order to get to the harvest that it talks about, this seed time first has to happen. In order to get to day or a new morning, we have to first go through the night, and so God has established these rhythms on the earth and in our life, and he has a purpose in each and every single one. And so just wanted to share that encouragement with you, that whatever season you're in now, God has a purpose in it, and it's also going to lead into a new season that he's already planned. And so thank you so much for hanging out with me in this video these past couple days, getting to decorate and get the condo all set up for fall. I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. What is your favorite season? Is it fall, winter, spring, summer? But thank you again for watching. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.